Hello all, just a little video to talk briefly about the 1350 Klingon Katinga build that I just completed. I'm not going to talk too much, but I have included some brief video and some photos of the completed model that are going to show you this in more detail. I just wanted to talk a bit about the build itself. I did include lighting, but I did not use the lighting kit. Um, I'm in Australia and the lighting kit is impossible to find unless you source it online, and it costs an absolute fortune. As I built the model and did some online referencing to the lighting kit, I actually discovered that there were things that I preferred to do on my own that the lighting kit sort of restricted you with anyways. One of the things being the windows. I noticed the lighting kit included cool white, which is very bright and very indistinguishable from any of the running lights on the model. And I just thought it looked like a big blur of bright white lights. And from a realism perspective, I think that warm white looks better anyways, as I doubt any of these rooms are going to be full of bright neon lights or fluorescent tubing like a Walmart store in space. So yes, I used warm lights for the windows, which I thought gave it a softer and a more impressive look. Um, the build itself was easy enough to achieve. All the parts fit together amazingly well. The kit is designed for lighting, so if you incorporate some of the design mechanisms within the molded plastic itself, and you plan on doing your own lighting, it makes things a lot easier. One of the things that I did screw up on, and this really eats me up, there were supposed to be two bright lights that fit in under here. It wasn't until I sealed the model together that I realized I had the two LEDs sitting beside me, and I forgot to wire them in at all. So that really bugs me. I didn't want to try to remove this top part at all to see if I could go in and wire them in for fear of damaging something. So I just left them out. So that's my mistake. Those lights would have been impressive because they would have been similar concept to what we see under here with the bright spotlights that illuminate aspects of the ship. Yeah, so unfortunately that's my flub, left that out. Overall, great kit, nice scale, amazing size. I really enjoyed the painting and the weathering and the detailing on it, and tried to use the studio model pictures as much as possible as a reference, although there are aspects of those pictures that I find confusing. There seem to be two sets of photos online for this ship regarding the studio model. There's one set that seems to show the studio model as it was used during the filming of Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and then there are photos that seem to show the ship being removed from storage. It's covered in a bunch of white dust and stuff like that, and it seems that certain aspects of the ship have been painted different colors, so they show up differently in the old photos than they do in the new ones. And I'm not confusing that with the repaint as the I don't know, what is that ship in Star Trek 6? Anyways, it's that ugly paint scheme with the gray and the red and stuff. I'm not confusing it with that, but there are two distinct, separate differences between this Star Trek 1 version that we see here with the Katinga. So anyways, I tried to reference it as close as possible and paint it as close as possible to that actual model. And the box art that the ship comes in is helpful to a certain degree. The colors on the box art are exaggerated so that you get a better idea what's going on here, because as you start painting all this, it kind of gets confusing. You've got, you know, a raised section of this and a lower section of that and a triangle here and a triangle there, and what's dark and what's lighter. But I basically used three distinct colors for the ship There's a base coat, which is sort of an olive drab, sort of a military green. And then I hand mixed two separate greens. Another one was what I called number one, which is a slight shade darker than the first one. And then I did number two, which is a slight shade darker from number one. So you have three contrasting greens that in the right light are very subtle, but still you see the differences in that paneling. So anyways, this is the ship. I think it turned out well. I'm happy with it. The scale is nice. The molding is absolutely incredible. The detail is spectacular. And continue watching for the pictures and the video that are going to follow this blurb. Thank you.